Today I'm creating some bullet journal trackers to help me chase down my dopamine. Now what do I mean by that? What is dopamine? Dopamine is one of the chemicals inside of our brains responsible for happiness. If you're taking an anatomy class, just remember that everyone wants a dose of happiness. Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. Each of these chemicals plays their own role, but dopamine is the chemical responsible for feeling pleasure, satisfaction, and in turn motivation. So I've decided that this year, 2023, I'm going to track my chase for dopamine. My memory is not what it used to be, and I want to be able to look back on this year and be able to remember what made me happy. This was inspired by my Goodreads year in book pages. For those of you who don't have a Goodreads account, this is just a summary page of all the books you have read over the years, grouped by year. Looking back through the pages, I had forgotten some of the books that I had read and loved, and seeing them again brought me so much joy. The simple act of remembering how much I loved them brought me happiness. So I started looking into reading journals, but why stop there? There are so many shows and movies that I have loved watching, fandoms I had loved being a part of, and music that just feeds my soul. So why not track them all? The first tracker I'm creating today is a reading tracker. I know if you Google reading tracker, a lot of people create these cute little bookshelves, but I have big handwriting and fitting a title, author, and date into a tiny spine is just not going to work for me. So I decided to make my books larger and make them in a stack instead. This way I'm going to have room to add whatever information that I want to add. I currently rate my books on a 5-star scale. My Goodreads already tracks all the good, bad, and ugly, so this page is only going to record the ones that I either enjoyed or loved. Anything less is just not worthy to be a part of this art piece. Next up is a music tracker. Personally, I'm an eclectic music lover. I love all types of music from country to rap to heavy metal to pop to electronic to folk songs. If it can be classified as a music genre, I can probably find at the very least a few songs that I like. But if I had to pick a favorite music genre, I'd have to pick jazz. My all-time favorites include Nat King Cole and Ella Fitzgerald. And recently, within the last decade or so, there's now this new wave of pop that has jazzy undertones. That's going to include singers like Adele or Demi Lovato or Dove Cameron, and those raspy vocals mixed with some classically jazz instruments. Let me tell you, I am so here for it. The first time I heard Dove Cameron's Boyfriend with her raspy vocals, and then the cello came in, and then the snaps, and then the cymbal, I was just, I'm pretty sure I screamed. I am so here for it. I love it. If you want to please the Pandaverse, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. A new video is released every Monday. Next up is my movie tracker. I have 6 spots for movies, and honestly, I'm wondering how long it's going to take me to fill it up. I'm not a huge movie person. I feel like most movies are fast and abrasive and leave out all of the details and the buildup that you can get in a series or in a book, and I feel like movies are left lacking. I think over the entire last year, I may have only watched a handful of movies, and I remember only liking one of them. I know eventually I want to see the second Doctor Strange and Spider-Man's No Way Home, but I'm going to wait until they're easily available to me. All the best parts of movies are on social media anyway, so I don't really feel like it's worth my time to go out of my way to view it. Since I made this tracker a film strip, I can just add in pictures and any empty slots later on if I decide I want to complete the page with less movies. The final tracker I'm adding today is my TV show tracker. I love a good TV show. I'm a binge watcher for sure. I love it. It's like the extended movie I have always wanted. If I like a series, I'm going to watch it from start to finish or from start until it gets to season like 3 or 4 when it starts going bad, if you know what I mean. I know that TV gets a bad rap when compared to music or books, but I personally don't see a huge difference between listening to a television show and listening to an audiobook. Since they're both engaging your hearing versus your sight, I would imagine they would have the same benefits. I know there are a ton of studies out there that say audiobooks are more engaging, but that's comparing watching television to listening to an audiobook. And I feel it's very apples to oranges in comparison, especially since most people I know aren't actually looking at the screen when they're watching television. I would be very interested in a study that compared listening to a television show versus listening to an audiobook. And until that's done, haters can hate, but I'm gonna keep enjoying my TV fandoms. To review, I created 4 art compositions that I can use to track my favorite books, songs, movies, and shows. Let's check out those final results. If you like this video, check out my Wreck This Journal video. When I was drawing this, I thought it would be super cute to have a Boo and Mike Wazowski. And my Boo is really cute because it's just the back of her head, right? But Mike Wazowski looks a little scary.